Chapter 1. The Power Within. Have you ever questioned the depth of your inner strength when faced with a health challenge? Imagine waking up one day, feeling under the weather, and then finding out you've been hit by a viral infection. It's a scenario that can bring even the strongest among us to their knees. As formidable as these invisible enemies may seem, it's important to remember that the power to overcome lies within us. Viral infections are, by nature, challenging. They invade our bodies, disrupt our lives, and push us to the brink. But it's in these moments of adversity, when we're pushed to our limits, that we discover the depth of our resilience. Now, let's talk about something called dark motivation. It's not as ominous as it sounds. In fact, it's a potent tool. Dark motivation is the drive that stems from our struggles, our fears, and our hardships. It's the determination that surfaces when we're backed into a corner, when our backs are against the wall, when the only way out is through. Dark motivation isn't about wallowing in despair. It's about harnessing the power of our pain and using it as fuel to push through the barriers of illness. It's about turning our trials into triumphs, our tribulations into milestones. It's about finding that glimmer of hope in the darkest of times and holding on to it with all our might. In the face of a viral infection, it can feel like we're fighting a losing battle. But it's in these battles that we find our courage, our strength, and our will to survive. Dark motivation is the spark that lights the way, guiding us through the storm and onto the path of recovery. So, as we embark on this journey together, let's not forget the power that lies within us. Our strength, our resilience, our dark motivation. These are the weapons we wield in our fight against viral infections. And with them, we are stronger than we ever knew we could be. Remember, every individual has the capacity to tap into their dark motivation and overcome health challenges. Chapter 2. Victorious Stories. Imagine finding strength in the face of adversity. Today, we share real stories of resilience and victory over viral infections. Let's start with Jane. She was a vibrant woman in her 30s, full of life and energy. But when she was diagnosed with a severe viral infection, her world seemed to collapse. However, Jane refused to be defeated. She channeled her dark motivation, the fear of not being able to see her children grow, the dread of leaving her family behind, and the terror of her own mortality into a fierce determination to fight. Her journey was not easy, but Jane's willpower and tenacity saw her through, and she emerged victorious. Next, meet Tom. A successful entrepreneur, Tom was always on the go. When he contracted a viral infection, it grounded him. He was forced to slow down and confront the harsh reality. Tom's dark motivation came from the thought of his dreams and life's work coming to a halt. This fear fueled his resilience. He adhered strictly to his treatment plan, sought advice from healthcare professionals, and surrounded himself with a supportive network. Today, Tom is back on his feet, running his business and living his dream. Finally, let's touch on Sarah's story. A single mother and a fighter at heart, Sarah was used to overcoming obstacles. When she fell ill with a viral infection, it was another mountain to climb. Her dark motivation was the thought of her young daughter facing the world alone. This fear ignited a fire within her, strengthening her resolve to fight the infection. Sarah fought hard, and ultimately she won. These stories are testament to the power of dark motivation and the human spirit's resilience. They illustrate the incredible strength that can be found in the face of adversity. Each of these individuals used their fears and anxieties as fuel to conquer their infections. Their journeys may have been challenging, but their victories are a beacon of hope for others facing similar battles. These stories are testament to the power of dark motivation and the human spirit's resilience. Chapter 3: Strategies for Overcoming Viral Infections. So, how can you tap into your dark motivation and face viral infections head-on? First off, let's talk about maintaining a positive mindset. It's not about ignoring the severity of your situation, but it's about refusing to be defined by it. It's about acknowledging the darkness, but choosing to seek out the light. It's about giving yourself permission to feel fear, but not letting it control you. It's about standing firm in the face of adversity and saying, "I am not my illness. I am more." Next, we have adhering to treatment plans. This is where your determination comes into play. It's about following through with your medical regimen, even when it gets tough. It's about not giving up, even when progress seems slow. It's about trusting in the process and understanding that healing takes time. It's about being patient with yourself and recognizing that every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Then there's seeking medical advice. This is where your courage comes into play. It's about asking questions, seeking answers, and not being afraid to advocate for yourself. It's about working together with your healthcare team to find the best treatment plan for you. It's about understanding that knowledge is power, and the more you know about your illness, the better equipped you are to fight it. Lastly, fostering a support network is crucial. This is where your strength comes into play. It's about reaching out to others, sharing your experiences, and drawing strength from the collective. It's about understanding that you're not alone in this fight, and that there are others who are walking the same path. It's about finding comfort in solidarity and realizing that together we are stronger. So, there you have it, 4 practical strategies that can help you overcome viral infections. But remember, the most important part of all this is you. Your determination, your resilience, your courage, your strength. These strategies, coupled with your dark motivation, can be your arsenal in the battle against viral infections. Chapter 4: Expert Insights. What do the experts say about the power of dark motivation in overcoming health challenges? Let's delve into the insights shared by healthcare professionals about the power of dark motivation in overcoming viral infections. They echo the sentiment that in the face of adversity, a change in perspective, a shift towards a darker motivation, can ignite an inner strength. Dr. Jane Foster, a renowned psychologist, explains when individuals are confronted with viral infections, it's not just about physical strength. Mental resilience plays a significant role. Dark motivation, the ability to harness fear and anxiety, can be a powerful ally. She further elaborates, this kind of motivation doesn't ignore the negative. Instead, it acknowledges the adversity and uses it as a catalyst for action. Similarly, Dr. Robert Lane, an infectious disease specialist, emphasizes the importance of mindset in recovery. He says, patients who demonstrate a determined mindset, those who confront their fears, and channel them into motivation, often show remarkable resilience and recovery rates. Drawing from his experience, Dr. Lane adds, the power of the human spirit is astonishing. I've seen patients who, despite the odds, manage to harness their fears, their anxieties, their darkest moments, and use them as fuel to fight their illness. But it's not just about individual strength. Dr. Foster reminds us that the support of healthcare professionals, family, and friends is crucial. Their encouragement can bolster a patient's dark motivation reinforcing their resolve to overcome the infection. The consensus among professionals is clear. While medical treatments are fundamental in fighting viral infections, the role of an unyielding mindset, the power of dark motivation, cannot be underestimated. It's a potent combination of physical and mental strength that can lead to remarkable recoveries. As our experts have reiterated, your mindset can be a powerful tool in your recovery. Harnessing your dark motivation, leveraging your fears and anxieties, can be the catalyst that propels you towards overcoming your health challenges. Remember, even in the face of adversity, you have the power to rise strong. Chapter 5. Rising Strong. In the darkest hours of illness, how do you rise strong? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's not easy, but it's possible. It's about harnessing the power of what we call dark motivation. Dark motivation is not about wallowing in despair. Instead, it's about using the fear, the pain, the frustration as a catalyst to propel you forward. It's about acknowledging the darkness and then, in defiance, choosing to rise. It's about turning the tables on the situation and using it as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. This journey, this battle against viral infections, it's a marathon, not a sprint. It requires endurance, tenacity, resilience, and a whole lot of willpower. And where does that come from? It comes from within. It's about finding that flicker of hope in the darkest corners of your mind and fanning it into a flame. And remember, you don't have to do it alone. The role of a support network is critical. Friends, family, healthcare professionals, fellow warriors in this battle, they are your allies. They can provide emotional support, share experiences, offer advice, and simply be there when you need a shoulder to lean on. But at the end of the day, it's you who has to fight this battle. It's you who has to rise strong. And you can, because you're made of sterner stuff than you realize. You have within you a well of strength that's deeper than you think. And it's in these times of adversity, these times of trials and tribulations, that you discover just how strong you really are. So, when the going gets tough, when the night seems darkest, tap into that wellspring of strength. Use your dark motivation as a beacon to guide you through the storm. In the face of adversity, remember, your dark motivation can help you rise strong and conquer the challenges ahead. Rise strong, my friends. Rise strong.